Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am 28 months post-op, or 2 years and 4 months, post VSG, that is a vertical sleeve gastrectomy, which is a weight loss surgery that I had on October 20th, 2016 in Morristown, New Jersey at Morristown Medical Center, but I'm from New Orleans. My high weight, starting weight day of surgery was 265. I'm 5'8". I am now 32 years old. Last month, I didn't come in because I was in Mexico. Maybe you saw my Mexico video. The month before that, I came in somewhere in the mid 180s. Honestly, I don't remember. I have been fluctuating in the 180s for almost a year now. So I guess in a sense I've been maintaining. I did reach my low weight of 165. That was my goal weight in December of 2017, so a little over a year ago. And then from early 2018 on to now, I have been in the 180s, up and down and up and down through triathlon training, through holidays, through vacations, in the 180s. And so I'm ready to move back down. When I was in New Orleans in December, I was working from home. I maintained. Then I got back to New Jersey at like 189, and I was home for maybe 2 weeks before I went to Mexico, and I got down to 181. And then I came back from Mexico at like 185. Then I went back to New Orleans for a wedding. Anyway, now today I'm 189.7. So that is 75.3 pounds down since surgery. That means I'm 25 pounds up from my goal weight and from my low weight. So yeah, I'm definitely ready to buckle down and focus. I think most of my energy last year was spent on the triathlon training, and if you recall, I was definitely keeping it keto and low carb and all this, but I wasn't restricting calories because I wanted to be intuitive with my energy expenditure needs. But now I'm ready to buckle down, and I've thought about what that means for me. A lot of people say that they want to get back to basics. Honestly, I don't struggle with what people typically call the basics. So when people say that, they usually mean drink their water, take their vitamins, make sure they're getting enough protein. Those are just normal for me. That's not where I struggle. Where I struggle is in portion control, I guess. And people ask me all the time, oh my gosh, can you eat that much? When I post my what I eat in a days, when I post whatever I'm eating on Instagram. Yeah, I can eat that much. Over 2 years post-op, I feel very little restriction from the surgery. As I've said all along, the surgery is very much just like a jump start to help you lose some weight at the beginning. But after that, you're back to being a normal person. And yeah, that's scary, but it also kind of makes me feel good because now I feel empowered. I have taken my health more seriously than I ever did before, and that's the difference. So before I had weight loss surgery, I would diet kind of on and off and lose maybe 20 pounds here or there, gain it back, and I would always just follow the diet plan because I had to lose weight. Now I feel like I know what's good for me to eat, and I'm excited to eat those things because I know it's good for me. You know, it's a shift in mindset that I'm really glad I've achieved. So anyway, what does getting back to the basics for me mean? In this case, I want to call it minimalism because, as you know, I'm a foodie. I love trying new recipes. I experiment a lot in the kitchen. I also love to try products that you might see out in the market, on Instagram, whatever. A lot of keto products, a lot of low carb products, a lot of high protein products, bars and all kinds of things. And those can get a little dicey for me because they often have the same effect that carbs have in that they don't really fill you up. So I might eat several slices of keto cake, which is low in carbs, high in fat, high in calories, and I don't even feel satiated. So for me, what I want to do is just get back to the basics, eating meat, eating eggs, eating some dairy. And you know, I've definitely seen changes in my body. I feel like my face is a little bigger, my jeans are definitely snug, and honestly, your body won't make you happy, but it can make you very unhappy. You know what I mean? There's more to happiness than your weight and your body size, but those can be things that contribute to unhappiness. So that's something to keep in mind as well. So I would love for you guys to join me in this minimalism, I don't want to call it a challenge, just concept or whatever, because I want to spend time thinking about not just the foods that I'm eating, which I've done, but why I choose to eat what I do when I do. So relating that to my priorities. You know, I said this in a video a million years ago of like, do my habits align with the kind of person that I want to be? Do my habits now align with who I see myself being in the future, right? I'm the kind of person who is fit, who works out, who knows about their fitness, who knows about their health. Is what I'm doing right now, today, in line with those things? So that's what I really want to keep in mind. So I encourage you to also think about why you started this journey in the first place. I'm sorry, I know some people hate that word. I don't. I think it's the most accurate word. But for me, it was not just about beating my diabetes, beating my obesity. It was about learning about my health and putting myself proactively in a place to have a long and healthy life. And so those are things that I have done. I remind myself that I have done hard things, and I can do hard things in the future. I have the power to decide what I eat, and I have faith in myself. And you know what? I have faith in you too. You have the power to decide, and I believe in you. Anything in life that's worth doing takes effort, really. So I encourage you to think about, maybe write down why you started this journey in the first place as well. My theme that I want to keep in mind is that eating well is a form of self-care. I think we often think of self-care as like getting your nails done, get a massage, get a pedicure, whatever. But like eating what's good for you is a form of self-care. And that to me is really exciting also. I also encourage you to think about your goals specifically, right? So for me, it's to get back into the 160s and to have a good workout routine. Honestly, since my triathlon training ended, I have struggled to find a workout routine that I really love. I go to the gym almost every day, but I'm like, nah, today I'll do some weights, today I'll do some cardio, and I'm just kind of all over the place. And I'm a very like structured type A kind of person, so I feel better when I have a routine. I haven't decided what routine that's going to be yet, but I might just write out a plan for myself, and maybe I'll, post some workouts here or on Instagram. I don't know if you're interested, but I feel better when there's structure. So for me, my goals are to get back into the 160s and to establish a solid workout routine that I can stick to. So I encourage you, when you think about your goals, it shouldn't be something super vague like to lose weight or to get healthy, because without an overarching reason, it's hard to maintain your success. It's also good to think about what about your current lifestyle might prevent you from getting to where you want to go, right? So all of this is about like visualization, thinking about where you are now, thinking about where you want to go, but also evaluating where you are now and what might keep you from getting to where you want to go. So review where you've been, right? Don't berate yourself or get discouraged. You're here now because you want to improve. So what can you eliminate out of your life that might have been holding you back? I'm willing to sacrifice short-term pleasures for long-term gains, right? So eating well for me isn't a form of deprivation. It's a form of liberation. Honestly, I feel so free eating this way. I think also if you're in a place where you're not sure how to get started again or get back on track or kind of buckle things up, it's good to reflect on where you've been recently. So maybe take a look at what you've been eating regularly every day, what your habits have been, maybe kind of retroactively track or just sum up your calories and things like that so that you know where you've been and where you want to go, right? It's harder to know how to get someplace if you don't know where you're starting. So I've been tracking my food. You guys know I'm a tracker, but I also, when I travel, I don't track, and I travel a lot. I had this revelation really recently that I can't wait for a period of many months where I'm not traveling to like buckle down or focus, because that's never going to happen. I lead a life that I have chosen for myself where we travel a lot, and I love that. But that's like 1 or 2 trips a month. It might even be short trips, small trips, it doesn't matter, but I rarely have an entire month where I just stay home and don't do anything. So I can't wait for that, because then I'll be waiting forever. So it's important for me in particular to establish this routine when I'm traveling and when I'm home. And when I'm traveling, it's hard for me to track because we're often eating out at restaurants. But just having an idea of what I've been eating over the last month or so is helping me decide what I'm going to be eating going forward. So I really, like I said, just want to simplify, just stick to cream in my coffee, eggs for lunch, maybe salmon or sardines as a snack, and some ground beef for dinner. Like, when I eat that for a week or two, I feel so good. And so why not keep going? I know I don't keep going because usually then there's a trip or something that happens and then it's hard for me to get back when I come home. But my goal is to do that going forward now. So that's all I really have for you this week. It's just a short check-in. Honestly, it took me like a lot of mental work to get to this point, to realize what was happening and why I've been bouncing up and down these 10 pounds for a year. Like I said, I'm not really upset about it. I'm not like blaming myself or feeling terrible. I feel good. I'm energized. I'm healthy. I feel like I look fine. But I want to get back to where I was. So here's where I am. Where are you? How are you doing? Are you with me? I will talk to you later. You might have noticed I cut the little bangs again. I did this not last summer, but like summer of 2017, you guys remember? And I did it and I loved it and then I hated it and now I've done it again. So I'm still unsure as to whether or not I like it, but you know, bangs grow, hair grows. It's fine.